Madam President, I come to the floor today to discuss the need to bolster our nation's energy security following the recent attacks on Saudi Arabian oil. And having read the classified briefing in full, I am convinced that Iran is absolutely behind the attacks. Now, Iran wants to drive up world oil prices to hopefully, in their mind, increase the amount of revenue they would get for selling their oil. Basically, they need the money, and that's because the sanctions that the United States has imposed on Iran have worked. They have been punishing. That's why President Trump, I believe, made the right call in adding even tougher sanctions. The sanctions have been biting, and Iran's currency has been significantly devalued. Now it's the time to step up our own American energy production. Now, since my Senate arrival in 2007, I've worked to advance pro-growth energy policies throughout that entire time. My goal has always been to promote American energy, to safeguard U.S. workers, and to protect this great nation. Today, the United States is the world's top energy producer. We are a global leader in oil as well as in natural gas. In fact, the United States is poised to become the world's top energy exporter as well. My home state of Wyoming has been a key driver in all of this success. To reach this goal, we are going to need to leverage our energy sources. Now, this includes zero-emission nuclear power as well as renewable energy. We need it all. And in the Senate, I believe that both parties want Americans to use more carbon-free energy. So both parties should embrace sensible, scientific solutions. Yet Democrats, once again, are pushing more of their radical proposals. That's what we have to deal with. 2 weeks ago, House Democrats passed several anti-energy bills. These measures would lock up key offshore and Alaskan oil reserves. The majority of House Democrats have co-sponsored these scary schemes that would damage our economy. In the House, Democrats' anti-energy bills even have become law. And I assure you that the Democrats, Senate, and Madam President, let me just say, if the House Democrats' anti-energy bills ever were to become law, and I assure you that Republican Senate and President Trump will never allow that to happen, they would be a real gift to our foreign enemies, to our adversaries, like Russia, because Russia routinely uses natural gas as a geopolitical weapon. Still, the 2020 presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren, our member of our Senate, recently unveiled a plan to ban hydraulic fracturing. This revolutionary technique has led to a renaissance for American energy production, and she wants to ban it. Last year, Senator Warren's home state of Massachusetts imported Russian natural gas. Where did they import it from? Well, people all across the country and the world saw the Russian natural gas tanker in Boston Harbor. Let me repeat, let me be very clear. Last year, Senator Warren's home state of Massachusetts imported Russian natural gas through the Boston Harbor. At the same time, the senator has denounced United States pipelines and other U.S. energy infrastructure projects. This is her own state pays one of the highest utility rates anywhere in the country. Not only do the Democrats' politicized policies dramatically increase American energy costs, they're also a threat to our national security. No matter, Senator Warren also wants to ban nuclear power. So doesn't like fracking, doesn't like natural gas, now wants to ban nuclear power. Has she forgotten that nuclear energy is America's chief carbon-free power source? 20% of the U.S. electricity comes from nuclear power. But these reckless Democrat proposals would make the United States more dependent on unstable foreign energy markets. Working families should never overpay here in the United States on their energy bills due to foolish policies, and that's what they are, foolish policies that make us vulnerable. The American public is not going to stand for it. And according to a recent Washington Post Kaiser Foundation poll, more than 70% of Americans have said they don't want to pay even $10 more on their monthly electric bills to lower carbon emissions. You want to lower carbon emissions? How much are families willing to pay? 70% say not $10 a month. How about $2 a month? A majority said, nope, too much to pay. So we need to pursue a common sense energy strategy, one that keeps working families' costs down, one that keeps the economy strong, and one that helps keep our nation safe. Republicans are committed to protecting and advancing America's energy independence. President Trump understands how important this is. So in the wake of the attacks on Saudi Arabia, not only is the president working to expand sanctions, he's moving to approve major pipeline projects as well. One of the energy issues that I'm addressing now in the Senate is reforming the permit process for American energy exploration. Earlier this Congress, I introduced a piece of legislation called the Onshore Act. It stands for Opportunities for the Nation and States to Harness Onshore Resources of Energy. The Onshore Act will simplify the process for federal onshore oil and gas permits. Whether we're talking about promoting energy exploration, or utilities, or carbon capturing, or nuclear power, we must engineer our way to American energy solutions. Republicans recognize our nation's unique ability to fill in the gaps from global supply disruptions. And so our focus needs to be on promoting American energy independence. It's time to reject the Democrats' extreme schemes once and for all. The Democrats are, in terms of what they're proposing, a real threat to our U.S. energy security, and they are offering a gift to American enemies. We need to continue our American first energy policy. That's what we're going to continue to do to keep us strong, to keep us safe, and to keep us prosperous as a nation. Thank you, Madam President. I yield the floor. Suggest the absence of a quorum.